Hey, I'm here to describe my personal experience with technology. Now, me personally, growing up, I didn't really have too much, didn't really get too privileged with all the nice things that everybody had. But every time I would go to school, I had plenty of other people that was around me that had plenty of other things that I could use myself. And when you make friends, you come over to the house, you spend the night, and you get to experience all the things that you do not have. So I think one of my first personal experiences was when I actually kind of went a little a little backwards with everything because my first experience I think was with the PlayStation 1. One of my friends, he had one, and what I did was I went over his house like all the time, and I would go over there and I would be like, "Yo, this is kind of cool. Like, this is kind of dope. Like, what is this?" He's just like, "You ain't never seen this before." I'm like, "No, I don't even have a TV. How am I gonna play whatever this thing is?" Now I remember the game that we played. It was SmackDown. That's it. It was the very first one. Didn't even say WWE or anything on it. Just said SmackDown. And I remember being able to use Kane and Undertaker with him. We made like personal entrances and stuff like that, and I just thought that was really cool. And then from there on out, I'm just over his house, and when I moved around, I made other friends, and I'm playing other games, and I go over my cousins' houses, and this is where I start getting into the stuff that you know that I've never even heard of, like the Sega Genesis and the Dreamcast and like everything that I didn't even know that was even on this earth. I just go over there and play it. Next thing you know, it's it's set in stone. But you fast forward to now. Now I have my own money, my own resources. So now I got, you know, I got laptops and big TVs, and I got Xboxes and PlayStations all around me. So I've been able to experience pretty much every console that I missed out on when I was growing up, and I even have ones that I never had before. So what I think is what I do now to get, I want to say, more acquainted with my industry is I remember how things used to be when I felt like it made me want to do this more. But I feel like if I started like in the game industry now, I feel like I wouldn't even want to do it because what I see now isn't what was great to me back in like, you know, 1999 when I was just old enough to pick up the controller and actually like do a few things. So the reason why I'm, doing this is because I want to do just like I've heard a couple other people say and go back to how games used to be simple and not as complex. So that's my personal experience with technology.